Good morning, everyone. I welcome you to the validity session of this in-house FDP on from awareness to action. That is about OBE strategies and practices. So we had different speakers. Like we had the first day speaker was Samina ma'am, who focused about the CO mapping and also about what exactly is OBE process, and we were critically examined about how our internal question papers were made. So it is not the words, but the content is more important. Accordingly, decide the levels. That is the takeaway, I think, from the session. Then on the day two, we have Aparau's session, wherein he discussed various things related to OBE once again, but gave a clear understanding. What are the learning activities? What are the assessment tools? So it was about the CO-PO mapping. It's not directly like a CO. After reading the CO, you will map it to PO, but you have to decide what are your learning activities that you're incorporating in the class and assessment tool that you are having for that particular CO. Accordingly, the PO level has to be decided. So that was the takeaway that we had it from the day 2. And day 3, we had about the new framework of NAC and how it is correlated by Dr. Sita ma'am. Thereby, we could understand what is the variation that is bring about will be implemented from May 2025 with respect to the NAC, and how it is important or correlated with OB was discussed. And day 4, we had Nagajyoti madam, who discussed about the various aspects, Bloom taxonomy, which we are saying, even that is flexible if we are able to justify it. It's not a standard one, but there is a flexibility in that, and we are the ones as faculty take up the responsibility to decide what exactly has to be implemented so that there is an outcome for it. And the takeaway is we should also have the not just classwork but other tools also implemented in our classwork. And then day 5, as everyone is already present, we had Eman sir who discussed about the assessment matrix in detail, how to take about it and go about it, and what are the various things, data sheet and assessment plan were also discussed. In every day, we discussed afternoon session, hands-on sessions where we discussed about the teaching schedule, course handout, assessment plan, course and survey. All this was discussed. All the standard formats will be shared by the IQAC to all the faculty with a documentation process as to what to be done. Because when we are talking about assessment matrix, no student should be marked if he is absent or zero. We'll have to have the remedial classes accordingly evaluate, and those marks can also go for it. Even that has to be documented. Even if his first internal is zero, how that improvisation is done and how it is being documented. That is more important. So this is a overview of what we had in this 5 days FDP. So I'll start the validity session by inviting our Dean Student Affairs onto the desk, Dr. Syed Faratullah Hussaini sir onto the desk. Please. I invite our Dean Academics, Professor Amrad sir onto the desk. I invite the coordinator of the workshop, Manisa Hijab madam, onto the desk. It was indeed, though Principal Sir is not there, I would like to thank him for always supporting us and encouraging us to have this FDP. Because without the support from the management, this would have not been feasible. Else, there would have been very few hands who would have been gone to an FDP and learned something but could not have been communicated. Because if we interact, in-house FDPs are something which are very important, because with respect to our interaction we get the inputs and we can emerge in a better proper way. The SOP can emerge only when we have such workshops even for the faculty, wherein we need to understand the things that we need to implement. I thank the management, especially Principal Sir and the deans, for supporting us for carrying out this MDP. Thank you, sir. Now I request Farad sir to say few words.
respected members of the days, faculty members, and as I see, in a very systematic, organized, and well planned way, an FDP was conducted, and all the efforts taken by the coordinators and other faculty members are well appreciated. I would like to go back to few things which we have gone through in the past. College was first time accredited in 2002 for 5 years. So why we got accredited that time? A paper notification was issued by AICT NBA saying that all those colleges which are established before 1984 have to apply for National Board of Accreditation and get it accredited. So from Hyderabad, CBIT, Fasamja College, Vasavi College, MBSR College started the process at the same time. And when we approached the management, they said when it is mandatory, we'll also have to go for it. We formed a core team, and one of the core team members is present here, Mr. Tawfiq Ahmed. Aisha Ejaz Fatima is, I think, may not be there over here. She was also a part of the team that time. They are still there with us. I was there, Ashfaq Dhafri was there. So when we have gone through that process of accreditation that time, CBIT, Vasavi, Fakamja College, MBSR. Then after this, we applied for second time due to the closure of NBA and merger of AICT and UGC. All the applications during that time were held up. So that application processing fees and everything was paid, and but the visit could not happen because of closure of AICT was closed by the order of a Supreme Court, and it was merged with UGC. So that took a long time when they got, still AICT is working through a court order of Supreme Court. Still AICT is not working as an independent body. They have a court order to work as an independent, through a parliament, act of parliament, they are working. But still that case is pending. Every year they go to the court, they take the permission, then they issue the notification for affiliating the colleges. Then due to some, once the AICT, that NBA thing was restored, a visit was scheduled to our college. Dates were given to us. But due to some problems, visit could not happen. So this was the third attempt. Then, because these things were going on, we thought in between that we will go for NAC instead, because NBA thing was not happening, visit was not happening. So we went through NAC 2 times. First we got B++, then we got A+. Then meanwhile, the visit for NBA was also fixed, and we have gone through NBA recently. 4 departments have come out successfully in NBA. So these are some of the background of what we have gone through. And many of us, many of the faculty members are senior, having more than 10 years of experience in MJ College itself. So they know the entire history, how the things are. Iftikharuddin was also a part of our team. He is also there, right? And during 2002, he was also the part of the team. So we have gone through a very long journey. So these things were not new to us. Some of the things have changed now after the shift, right? So whether we are in MJ College, whether we are working in some other college, some other university, or whatever, wherever we are, this course outcomes, program outcomes, COs, POs, mappings, etc., will have to be there with us. We cannot say that I did not learn this. We have to learn this. We have to do it wherever we are. If we are in the teaching field, we cannot avoid this. And you might have seen that many speakers have said that we should go for autonomy. College management wants to go for autonomy of all colleges: engineering, pharmacy, MBA, law, B.Ed. They want to go for autonomy of all these courses. And due to some technical issues and all, the process is held up. Otherwise, the applications and all are ready. We will also be getting, in very shortly we may get autonomy also. And speakers have said, Samin Fatima, like he was saying, do you have patience to sit here in this hall and listen to the lecture? And she said, I don't have patience. All of us agree, right? If I'm sitting for an hour, if the lecture is not exciting and if I'm not uh, taken as a part of it, right, or contributing, it will be the same position for each one of us. The same way the student is also. So the attention of the students in those days, some of the faculty members are there, whose name I am referring, Dr. Wahidullah, mathematics teacher. So when he used to take the class on the board, he is solving the problems. All the students, the pin drop silence was there in the class. Everybody used to note down whatever he used to cover was perfectly understood by everybody, right? And we take the notes, read the notes, understand. Understanding was also there. Then pass the examination with good marks. Some of you who are present who know Dr. Vaidullah may understand or may be able to connect with me. So that was the method of knowledge transfer. Blackboard teacher, blackboard, some textbook, some notes method. Nowadays that is not the only way. There are a lot of ways of knowledge transfer. If I am giving a lecture, if we want the student to sit down, pin drop silence and all, he is not listening to us. They are all disturbed. They are having so many things in their mind. So many methods are there for them to for knowledge transfer. So many things are there. Much better lectures than what we are giving are available to them free of cost. So that holding of the attention of the student in the classroom is a challenge. So there's some of the universities like BITS Pilani, Mahendra, and all, they have understood this. There's a paradigm shift in this particular teaching learning process, and they have adopted to, like what Samin Fatima was saying is, doing by learning. They are making the curriculum in such a way that their presentation should be there, project should be there, some method should be there, where a student is learning by doing that. He is not only listening to us, some lecture, some debate, some discussion, and then based on that, some topic is given, some project is given, some experiment is given, some work is given to them, so that they learn by doing that. So they are becoming technically strong, and their industry is considering to be industry ready for placements or for job. So those things are the most important thing. And since we are going for ERP implementation, so in the ERP we can incorporate like this matrices and all, like she was explaining and they were explaining. All those things, if we are able to integrate in that, then we are entering the internal marks and keeping those limits, boundaries, etc., and all those things. If we are able to do it in, as soon as we enter these marks in the ERP, what we are trying to adopt, or that if we are able to get, it will become easier tool for us. All the data, whatever we want, we can keep out there. We can put all the things there with regard to student, with regard to staff members, our paper presentations, our patents, our FDP, seminar, workshop, etc., all those things. Like we are going through so many things. Each time we refer and we try to get this, collect this data. Same data is going on, collected by various people, and these things are all repeated again and again, again and again. So if you are able to create something in the present ERP system which we want to adopt, it will be very useful for us, and it will help us. Even the data of casual leaves, etc., all those things, if we are able to integrate and put them, it will be a good thing. Hopefully, the ERP what the management has decided to implement will have all these things. And very important thing, this Samin Fatima mentioned on the day was that academic audit nahi ho rahi hai aapke paas. Really not happening. We also understand that it's not happening. We can have two level of academic audit, one at college level, one at department level, to check the question papers, check the marks, check the other things which we are awarding to the students and all, so that we are not facing such situations in NBA and NAC visits. The next visit of NBA is going to be in 27 and NAC will be in 29. So all the data, whatever we are going to generate from here, and keep them ready, it will be useful for us. It will not be a difficult task for us at that time, like we have had in the past. We are doing it at the last minute and we are facing a lot of difficulties. Staff members are busy, so many things are there, so many issues are there. So I hope we will be able to do well and we will be able to go in a very systematic and organized way in coming NPA and all. It is not going to leave us. This NPA, NAC and all is not going to leave us. It has to be there and we have to go through it. So we cannot avoid it. So we'll have to adjust accordingly and then work towards it. Right? Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us from the past history to the current state and the importance of how we should be working right now. Thank you so much, sir. Now I request our Dean Academics to convey us few words.
Very good morning to one and all respected members on the dais, dear faculty members, head of the departments. It's an immense pleasure for all of us to have this 5 day session of FDP program, especially on the talk of OBE, outcome based education system. This is the very essence of the total curriculum, what our students have been going through. And also, of course, it's a prime job of each and every faculty member of the institute. So having this session is a great pleasure for all of us. We got a lot of awareness. We understood many things which we are not aware. We had a good debate with the experts. So I hope the sessions, what all went on, what all planned for these 5 days are very, very fruitful. Definitely, they are going to help each one of us to come out with the difficulties what are we are facing in the past. For this regard, I really heartfully congratulate the two eminent coordinators, Ishrat Madam as well as Manisa Hizab Madam. They really did a great job. And round of applause for them. Thank you, madams. And of course, all the session speakers are quite good, excellent. They have chosen very good, eminent personalities of the field. As you have experience, I did not say they are really so impressive. I have gone through all the sessions almost, though it was one session through online platform. That was also so effective as if he is standing in front of us and saying something to us. So that way, all the sessions were very excellent, no doubt in it. Actually, this FDP program was proposed because of two reasons. The recently Usman University people have planned for this FDP in the same subject of OBE concept. Then we got pressure from our consultant Ravindra Reddy to depute some of the faculty for participating in that FDP. So we just had a calculation, just a small calculation, and then even if we send some 4 people from our institute, that is going to cost around 10 to 12,000 rupees. And from each department, they asking for 2 people to participate in that program. So that way, it may go around 25,000 rupees around. Instead of that, if we plan for our own FDP, that will be there in the official count for all the accreditation processes. We can exhibit this, and also our faculty can learn something out of this. So with this thought process, so we have proposed for this. So it went on so nicely, so well. It's really great thing it happened after formation of QSC in MJCT. So everyone got good awareness about this OB as well as that assessment matrices, Bloom's taxonomy. So many technical terms involved in this. Everything we got through it, we have gone through it, and we understood something definitely. And coming to some of the departments, actually my concern was about the people who are not familiar with the process. because in the recent MBA, only the three core engineering and one CSC department participated for MBA, right? The rest of the departments are not familiar with this process much. They are observing but not involved so deeply. So, for in their consent, I just thought this could be a good benefit for every one of them. But unfortunately, today morning, when I was with principal sir, Dr. Uma Dulare was conducting some meeting with staff members. What is this? This I cannot tolerate all such things. When important FDP session is going on, let every faculty member be here and present to understand something. Later on, she can conduct the meeting, she can give whatever the instructions she wants to give her staff members related to some upcoming conference or something, I think, national conference of students. So that is not so essential to keep it a clash with this ongoing program. Okay, so this kind of my intention is not to criticize anyone here. The main purpose of saying this is we just try to avoid such kind of things, clashes here. When some program is going on, we should honor it, we should participate, we should encourage, and we should take benefit out of it for us, whatever the program is going on. So we should generate with this kind of mindset, and I hope definitely we can reach to unbeatable range because we have all staff members well experienced and they are good enough in all regards. I know that the capacity of each and individual of our institute faculty members definitely if they can keep some serious efforts in this line, all the things will be very good to give very good, fruitful results for everyone. We are looking here for the sake of the institute. So keeping in the mind these aspects, we have to go with the upcoming challenges. There won't be any big issues at all. Definitely, very shortly, the points that have been covered in this 5 days FDP, we'll have a IQAC meeting. I'll call for a IQAC meeting, and in that, we'll definitely incorporate the essential things, the suggestions that we received from all the experts. Okay, so as it was told in the last session by Ahmed sir and Mr. Tawfiq Anwar, that internal weightage to be changed to 60% and external plus percent survey to be 30 plus 10%. Of course, that's also a good thing because now the external examination aspects are not under our control. We are not able to see their marks, how many they are scoring, how much they are able to perform, and all these things. So these hidden factors should not be given much weightage. That's what it has been conveyed by the all experts participated in these sessions. So definitely we will follow this, we will incorporate this. And as MS has told, that's also a good point to come up with some manual of this OBE practice. So it can be like a self-explanatory for the visiting committee members. So whenever some expert committee member is coming to inspect something, some faculty member would be able to express, some faculty members would be facing some difficulty in expressing, though they are having good knowledge. So all are sailing in the same boat almost, no variations. Only thing is, if we are having that manual readily with us, definitely that could be a self-explanatory for the expert committee member as well as for the staff members also. They can get familiar whenever they get some sort of doubts in that assessment analysis and all. So these all are good inputs for us in this 5 day session. Let us hope for the best to go ahead with the process. I once again congratulate all the participants as well as our coordinators, our Dean Student Affairs, our principal, the management, and everyone for giving this wonderful opportunity to learn various things related to OBE practices. And I also congratulate and I definitely appreciate the individual effort put forward by each coordinator of the individual department also. Okay, so nice to have this session. Thank you so much. Go ahead with the process. Okay, right, all the best.
Thank you, sir. So, as you said, we like each faculty will try to own this institution and thereby will be practicing whatever will be said on paper and conveyed by the IQC coordinator. Thank you, sir. The session, validity session, will not be complete without thanking the people who are involved with this organizing of this event. So we'll start with the felicitation of our Dean Student Affairs by Professor Hamraj, sir. Now I request Farad sir to felicitate our Dean Academics. Yeah. Now I request the organizing committee members also to be felicitated by our deans. I request Taufik Anwar sir to come out. Next, I request Fauziya Madam to be felicitated. I call upon M.A. Rain sir from CSCT. We had coordinators from every department. That is the reason we are felicitating them. Mrs. K. Mohammadi Jabin from CSNDI. Mr. Hakim Ejaz from ECE. Noshim Banu from EED. G. Suhasini from ITT. Irfan Sajad from MED. Geeta Swarupa from Chemistry Department. There are people who work behind the screens, and without their support, this event will not be possible. For that reason, now I call upon Hayat Pasha sir for felicitating. Another Another person who is always there for all the works, Ravinder sir. Yeah, we are coming. First, Manisa. Absent. Yeah, now I request Manisa madam to present the vote of thanks. After the vote of thanks, let us assemble at the block 1 near the banner for the group photo.
Good afternoon, one and all. Though it's customary, but it's the most important part of any concluding function and ceremony. So, on behalf of MJCET and on behalf of IQAC MJCET, I take this privilege of proposing the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I would like to thank our management for always being there for every event we proposed. So we would want to thank through our college administration, our management, and our honorary secretary, Zafar Javed Sahab. I would like to thank our principal, our deans, Faradullah Hussaini sir, Hamraj sir, for always being there with us for every query, for every suggestion and guidance. 24 by 7 they have been there, and this wouldn't have been possible but for their support. I would also like to thank all the heads of the departments who, in spite of their busy administrative schedules, saw to it that they were present. If they were not there, they were busy with their administrative schedule. I thank you all. I would also like to thank all the professors, all the teaching faculty. This workshop, if it is concluding successfully, it is because of you. You made this workshop successful. So I thank from the bottom of our heart for being here and participating actively. I would also like to thank all the resource persons outside and in-house for their excellent presentations, lectures, and interactive sessions. Definitely we have many takeaways, but please remember, we started with awareness to action. Now there is no stopping. It is the road ahead is only action. And please, it's a humble request from our side, the IQAC, to every teacher. We have to be proactive. We should not be reminding you. If we are again and again reminding you means we are going to go back. So it has to be proactive. Every faculty has to participate proactively and meet the deadlines. That is much. And I would also like to thank all our support staff who behind the scenes have provided continuous coverage and technical support. So I would like to thank them, and also I would like to thank all the attenders, support staff who were available to us for every request of ours for hospitality and logistics. So on the whole, I would like to thank each and every person, and if I am missing any name, I would like to thank them as too. Thank you. And now we request all the participant faculty members to assemble at block 1. We would be having a group photo.